Hello students. So today I wanted to show you a little bit about how CK-12 works and just kind of what we're going to be expecting and doing with this new stuff starting this week. So as you can see on my screen right now, I am on 4.2, which is the influences on Darwin. This is going to be your reading and assignment for Tuesday. All right, so this will come up not today, but tomorrow. But I already did the first one, so I wanted to show you what it looks like from a new assignment. All right, so when you get to this page, you'll see that we have some reading on here to do. This one's a little bit longer than some of them. Still not too bad. Has a little summary in here. There's a video you can watch if you want. Gives a little bit more explanation. Lots of these little blue parts you can click on, and they will open up other areas, other readings that you can do to if you want to better understand things. You don't have to, but again, gives you extra details and stuff. And as you can see, they have readings, they have simulations you can do, these little interactive things here, some more videos, activities, all sorts of stuff for you to be able to practice and learn this stuff, guys. So don't feel like you just have to do what we're doing. You can definitely go beyond and explore other things, but ours is going to be kind of the basics of what we want you guys to do. So scrolling down, let's say you read through this, you get it fairly well, whatnot. We get to the bottom here, we look at the summary a little bit. Might be good to read through any other stuff, so explore more if you want to be more, get more information about the stuff, find more answers, whatnot. Those would be good to look at. And the review questions are always good to kind of be able to answer yourself as well. So if you look at these and you're kind of not sure, might be good to go back and kind of look a little bit more. But the main thing that you will be turning in and that we'll be checking is going to be the practice. So you should see over here they have the start practice button. And as you see, even though I'm scrolling, it follows you wherever you're at on the page. So technically, if you feel pretty confident about this stuff, you can start the practice right away. But again, I'd suggest read through everything first and then do the practice so you have all the information before you get into it. But when we click on Start Practice, it pops up this little side screen over here. So this one's saying might take a little longer, 6 minutes. A lot of them I've seen have been like 2 or 3 minutes. So the practice should take somewhere between a couple minutes to maybe 5 to 10 minutes for the long ones, but that's pretty rare. So we're going to say start practice then. Again, so here we see it says get 10 correct answers to complete your practice goal. All right, so once you have 10 correct, doesn't matter how many wrong you get, but 10 correct is what's going to be your passing grade for this. All right, so we're going to click start practice. And let us see what comes up. Probably won't do all 10. Let's see. All right, so it says 0 out of 10 up here. Skill level to be determined. Okay, so we have our question and multiple choice for this one. So Darwin is buried in Westminster Abbey in London, the final resting place of many of England's kings and queens. This honor suggests A, the acceptance of Darwin's work, B, the influence Darwin had on everyone else, C, the important place in history of Darwin, or D, all of these are valid reasons. Well, all of these sound pretty valid to me based on the reading. I'm going to go with D and let's see what happens. Looks like we got it right. So we got the check mark here. Amazing. We got 1 out of 10. So we're going to do next. Who developed a theory of evolution similar to Darwin's? So let's see. We got a few other people on here. Let's see. I know they talked about all 3 of these. Let's say Wallace, I believe, is the correct answer here. As you can see down here, they have get a hint. They have scratch pad if you need to write out some things to think about it. If you have ideas to improve the question, you can do that. Any of those are good, but let's see if we get this right. Actually, let's do something else to just confirm before I click on it. So Wallace, Lamarck, and Lyell. Back here, they have the back button and they have a stop for now button. Okay, if we click the back button, it's going to kind of save where your progress is at, and it should bring you back to the reading, if I remember correctly. Yes. All right, so let's see. Let's see if we can find those names. Okay, so Lamarck. Okay, so here's the first one. They kind of had different ideas. Lyell is a geologist, so his was more about rocks and how the Earth has changed. And then Wallace was the third guy, so they developed a similar theory of evolution. There we go. So Wallace would be the correct answer. So if we go back in to keep practicing, we can continue where we're at. It might change the question, but that one will likely pop back up later. So again, if you're not sure, feel free to jump back there, recheck the reading. In this case, it stayed the same. So Wallace, it should be. Click that. Looks like we got it good. All right. Who proposed that traits acquired during one's lifetime could be passed to the next generation? I believe that was Lamarck. Yep. So now over here, after we answer a few, it kind of shows our level. Okay, we're trying to keep it in this top level here. If it's lower, that's okay. Just means you might want to go back and reread some stuff. Ooh, here. So this one we actually have one where you have to type it in. Blank proposed that traits acquired during one's lifetime could be passed down to the next generation. Darwin did not agree. I think it was spelled, no. I don't remember exactly how to spell it. So again, easy way to jump back into the reading. Double check his name. I think it was Lamarck. I was thinking Lyell. He was the geologist, though. Yeah. So let's just try. So its the full name is Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. I believe he was French or something. But we're just going to try Lamarck and see what it says in here if it pops up again. Lamarck. Yeah, so his is gone. So, who suggested the Earth must be over 6,000 years old because of all the geologic changes? That I believe would be Lyell. Good. Blank proposed that traits acquired during one's lifetime could pass to the next generation. So again, that was Lamarck. Let's see if it just takes his last name. There we go. Good. French scientist named blank was one of the first scientists to propose that evolution occurs. So again, that should be Lamarck. Good. Everything's saying green and good. Scientists who introduced the idea of evolution by the inheritance of acquired characteristics. That should be Lamarck again. Lots of the same answer by chance. All right. Charles Darwin. Scientists provide geologic evidence that the Earth is very old. Was he also Charles? Well, it gives you a try again. So geologic evidence was Lyle. Maybe they're both Charles for the first name. Let's see. Yeah, look at that. All right. Blank was a scientist who proposed that living things change over time through the inheritance of acquired characteristics. Living things change over time. Inheritance of acquired. I believe that should be Darwin. Let's see if we got this. Nope. Acquired characteristics then would be Lamarck, I believe. Check it. Yep. So another one with Lamarck. So sometimes it can be a lot of the same answer. Don't let that dissuade you from your answers. If it seems like it's the right one, go with it. Scientists who influenced Darwin by arguing the Earth is very old was Lyell, I believe. There we go. All right, so we got our 10 out of 10. When we click next, it should pop up, hey, we got 10 questions right. Should be good, so you can either stop for now, which is totally fine. If you want to keep practicing, sometimes it might give you some harder questions, keep pushing you a little more. We're going to do stop for now. So when you do that, it should, I think, bring you back to the page, whatnot. But then that should submit to Mr. Snyder or myself that you have completed the practice. And actually up here you can click on this. This might be different for Mr. Snyder's classes, I'm not sure. My classes I have set up on CK-12. So this is assigned to you. I set all my due dates for that early June, which is like the last week of school. So here we have a report on the side. You can see recommendations, view the report, see all your questions. So if you scroll down, it kind of shows you the questions and the correct answers again, so you can kind of relook through them. And it also will show you the ones you had wrong and how you corrected them if they were correct. So nice little way to practice learn and whatnot. We're going to do turning up here for mine. You have turned in the assignment on April 6th and got a 100%. And so that should be all good. So that's all we're looking for, everyone. Each day, I believe we're planning on one assignment. There might be a rare day or two that could have two of these on there. But for the most part, this is going to be how we're going to kind of finish up the year. We want to keep it a little simpler for everyone, but still make sure you guys are learning some good content and getting some practice in there. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email or communicate in some way to Mr. Snyder or myself so we can help you out on there. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.